How important is cold? We haven't covered much in terms of the podcast after 200 shows, but obviously that was the gateway for you. Plant medicine can be the gateway. I've just done a podcast on psilocybin. I mean, we've probably done five. We've got a psychiatrist who sits on the scientific advisory board, and he's very well versed in psychedelics. So they're all different routes. But tell us a bit about cold and why, with that, with breath work, the Wim Hof, method is so important for certain individuals or certain peoples, or maybe it's important for everyone sometime in their journey.
Yeah, I think so. There's a lot of research coming out now, and there's a lot of like, I guess, what you would call like contra research, like a big debate. Is cold good? Like, what does it actually do? Like for recovery, for all these things. The one thing that I'm very confident about is for mental health. And in the morning, taking a cold shower or an ice bath, it really will give you a shot of like norepinephrine, which creates focus and clarity, and it'll release a bunch of endorphins in your body, so make you feel happier and more positive. And like that's hands down what I've seen transform people's lives. Just whether it's a cold shower or an ice bath every day, the mood shift that you get from that, and it lasts usually throughout the day, if not 24 hours. On top of that, like inflammation markers go down, white blood cells go up. They say the immune system gets stronger. Metabolism, 200 to 500% increase metabolism today. Obviously, the cold, your body's kind of kicking in. White fat transferring more into brown fat, which also creates heat in the body. All these other things that the physical research on the physical side is kind of like catching up. Some people say like, hey, you're putting too much stress in the body. How much ice is enough? Is it different for men and women, different stages, different ages? There's a lot more complexity coming to the general research. But the one thing that I know for sure is that mood shift is undeniable. And a lot of people that um, I've shared ice baths with and trained, I've seen like a significant shift in the way they felt, their mood, their outlook when they would do cold and when they wouldn't in the morning. Now, it's not fun. It's uncomfortable. But that's how kind of like the body grows and adapts, right? If anything, once it gets too comfortable and easy, your gains start to diminish, right? Whether it's working out or any kind of thing where you kind of have hormesis in there. It's about a stressor that's not too strong, that's going to hurt you, enough that your body has to kind of respond to it. And so that
Sorry, so
was
is it not the
what
breath work and the cold together? That's the key. Like when you went down to Wim Hof and that happened, yeah, the cold is one aspect, but the cold and the breath work together.
so that's, in my opinion, not completely proven as like needs to happen, right? So my perspective on the breath work in the cold is, one, when you do the breath work, your focus, you can like, increase focus, but also over breathing can make you feel colder in some situations, right? Also, when you do the breathing, it kind of will also like spike some adrenaline depending on how you breathe. Like the Wim Hof method is like huffing and puffing, what you're doing is some adrenaline, so you're more excited to go into cold water. Also, getting your body into that state that's repeatable, so it knows kind of what's happening, so like you prime it for this repeatable experience, kind of train it every day, almost like Pavlov's theory. So he's doing this, the body's getting ready. But I think cold is actually all about mindset. It's all about mindset, because I don't have to do breath work and I can hop in the cold and I can like just no problem, because I'm really in tune with my body now because I've done it so much. What's actually more important is how you breathe when you get in the ice. So when you go in the ice, it's going to send a signal to the body. It's like danger, like get out of here. And you're going to feel, especially the first time, what happens? Your breath gets taken away. So you're going to like have trouble breathing, and the body's kind of like panicking. And what you want to do is you want to calm it down, and you want to slow down your exhale and let the body know like, hey, like this is safe. I'm okay. This is just what cold feels like. And you send that signal, and then eventually the body's going to recognize that, hey, like you're not in danger. You're actually very safe. And what that trains you to do is to maintain control in high stress environments, which you can do anywhere. When kind of thing goes off, hey, I can control this through just controlling my breath. Because when you overbreathe, your mind starts getting like all over the place, racing thoughts. When you increase frequency of breath, it can like increase, your thoughts. When you slow down your breath, it will slow down and also slow down your heart rate. You don't want to hold your breath in water. You don't want to hyperventilate in water either, because you can pass out. And it's very dangerous to do either of those things in water. But by slowing your breathing down, you're gonna notice after a couple of breaths, your whole body's gonna relax. It's gonna be like, okay, like I can do this. So if you get past that first 30 seconds, it sends that signal to the body. Nervous system like, okay, we're safe here. We can do this. So, I'll do like 1 to 2 minutes every morning. I got an ice bath here in my, my back kind of studio here. I put a sauna, ice bath. Sauna usually is saving the nights. Ice bath usually do first thing in the morning. It's become part of my routine. I drink way less coffee than I used to since I started doing ice baths. I just don't need it anymore. I get that stimulation and I'm ready to go.